yes, I am confident.
July 1st, go or no go?
It's still our intent. As I said, we need to make sure our staff is in place. We need to make sure that we have our technology in place. But our intent is to have a go on July 1st, and we are hitting all of the deadlines that we have in the legislation. So I'm feeling good about that.
Does this vote today give you confidence that you're more likely to hit it than not?
Yeah, although I was pretty confident we were going to hit today's deadline, so nothing really has changed in terms of my confidence. I would have been very surprised if we didn't meet this deadline. We've met every deadline we've had, and I continue to believe we'll hit all of our subsequent deadlines.
Do you see any potential roadblocks between now and July 1st that might crop up?
I don't know about roadblocks. As I said, I think we need to make sure we have all of our staff in place. We need to make sure that our technology is in place. We need to continue to collaborate with the cities and towns around the state to make sure they're comfortable and our process works with their process. I wouldn't call any of those roadblocks. It's just things that we have to continue to work on between now and July 1st.
What are the challenges ahead with cities and towns?
Well, explicitly in the process, we can approve licenses from a state perspective, but for someone to get a final license, they need to go through a process with the cities and towns in terms of community host agreements, zoning, and other requirements. And we can't dictate whether cities and towns approve. We can't dictate the pace. So we are relying on collaborating with them as we've done all along. But it's something that we can't commit to since we don't control the decision-making process for cities and towns. But I'm comfortable that now that they have final regulations that they can react to and hopefully have addressed some of their concerns, we're comfortable they'll move at this consistent pace with what we're doing.
So a potential slowdown could be at the municipal level?
Potential. I'm not forecasting that it's going to be, but again, since they have to make their decisions and they're making decisions that are out of our control, it's certainly possible. I'm hoping that's not the case, but it is out of our control.
Any sense of how many recreational shops will open?
No. No forecast yet. Once I think we start accepting applications, which is April 1st, I think we'll be in a much better position to give a forecast about that. But right now, I have no idea how many applications we're going to get.
Chairman, now that the regulations process at least is to this point, I mean, what type of impact do you feel the Baker administration's letters and sort of the pressure they're putting on had on you guys, or at least you personally?
Yeah, I just want to push back on the word pressure. I didn't feel any pressure. I don't think the other commissioners felt pressure. We had a public comment period. We heard from many of the governor's executive offices, but we heard from people around the state. We heard from industry advocates. We heard from industry associations. I don't think any of that is pressure as much as it was input that we wanted. I think we took all that input under consideration. I think the sum total of input yielded, I think, a better set of regulations. I think the evolution from the draft regulations to the final regulations we approved today reflects the input we got from many, many parties, including the executive offices, and I think as a result we have better regulations today.